Hi everyone, we're going to start in about 5 minutes, so just give you time to get ready. You're just going to need a ball today and then something to play football, tennis over if that's possible in your space or with anyone, if you've got someone to play with. If you don't, then no worries, and just use a ball. And yeah, we'll get started in 5 minutes, seeing if I can master the art of sitting down. So today's topic is going to be all about first touch, which is often the difference between an outstanding player and a good player. When I've done a bit of scouting before for players, that's one of the key attributes you look for in young players, like how they control the ball, how confident they are with their first touch, their decision making. So that's what I'll be teaching you today, so that when you do get to play your next match, whenever that may be, then hopefully you have had time to practice and improve that part of your game. So yeah, hopefully it's helpful for you. Congratulations to my auntie in Scotland who has bought herself a football so that she can do these sessions. I hope you enjoy this one. I'll just use the last couple of minutes before we start just to recap our previous sessions. So we had, the first session was on passing, which is really, really important in a team game such as football. Then we moved on to dribbling, like manipulating the ball and always looking at using our inside, outside and laces. Then we did turning in the last session, and we looked at the drag back turn, the Cruyff turn, which is using the inside, and the outside hook. So yeah, we've looked at the different parts of the foot. We'll again visit the different parts of the foot today in the first touch, and we'll also look at the other parts of the body you can use. So yeah, I hope it's fun. Okay. How long we've got? 3 minutes to go. This bit always goes slow. Get my feet warmed up. It will be really good if you can find the biggest area possible in your house or garden, so that you don't smash any ornaments or anything today, because we're going to be juggling the ball, and if you've never done it before, it might end in disaster. Hopefully you've been enjoying the sessions this week with Dee and Jackie as well. Jackie's doing that dance with the ball and Dee's doing fitness sessions. So you've got quite a nice range of different things with the Global Goals Clubhouse. And there's loads of resources in there and different things to check out, especially during lockdown when everyone's maybe got a little bit more time on their hands. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying that. We're streaming to you today from Brave Park. There's all of those trees you can see there. You might be able to see Bruce's new bike ramp that he's built. And yeah, we live over there in our little pod caravan. And there's a roundhouse, you might have seen it in the previous sessions. So yeah, hi from Chile. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. We've had so far viewers from Jordan, from Colombia, hola, from Chile, from England, Scotland, Wales, Italy, Denmark, the States. So yeah, quite a multinational thing. All my friends in Ghana are watching, Kenya. So yeah, let us know. If you type it up, then my cameraman here will be able to tell me where you're watching from. And I hope you guys have a really good Easter weekend. Hopefully you've got some Easter eggs ready to do an Easter egg hunt, or just eat them straight away. Session on first touch. Ready to run, buddies? Woo! Okay guys, so today's session, if you've just tuned in, is on first touch, which is control. So the first time that the ball comes to you, what you're going to do with it, the decision making, which part of your body you're going to be using, and how well you can control it. So I'm going to be teaching you the technique of that today, because as I was saying earlier, it's often what separates an outstanding football player from like an average player. And when I've done scouting before, it's one of the key attributes we look for. So if you're a young player, it's definitely what you need to practice if you're aspiring for greatness. And if you're not aspiring for greatness, then even though it's still good to learn. So we're going to start with the warm-up, and today we're going to use my ball, which is a global goals ball, for the warm-up. It's a game that we've played with kids in Brave Park. Basically, you spin the ball, and wherever your finger lands on, whatever number that says, it corresponds to a different kind of activity, and you can adapt it whatever you want to do. You can either, if you have one of these cool global goals balls at home, which hopefully you do, then you can do it yourself. If not, then you can just join in with me. Okay, so let's go. So we're going to spin the ball. See if I can do a cool basketball spin. Nope. Okay, let's go for this way. Okay, so first one is number 9. Okay, so that means we've got to do 9. We start with star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next one. 17. 17. Okay, we're going to go for 17 high knees. Okay. Getting the gluteals working. 15. Okay, we're going to kick dynamically. This is stretching the quadricep dynamically. I've lost count. Hopefully you can. 13, 14, 15. Next one. 17 again. Unlucky. So this time we're going to go for the inside tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nice. 12. Okay, so we'll go for inside, outside. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully this is confusing your coordination, getting the neurons firing inside. Okay, next one. Just 3. So we're going to go for this one where you open the gate, getting the groin going. 2, 3. 7. So I'm going to close it. So you're getting the hip joints going. Should be helpful for today. I keep forgetting. I'm losing count. Let's call it there. 15 again. Okay. This time we're going to do some side steps. So I don't know how much space you've got. My friend Maiken says that she does it on a yoga mat. So whatever area you've got. So 15 to the side. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next one. 7. Okay, so we're going to go for 7 seconds of the karaoke or grapevine. So you go in front and then behind. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just do that in slow motion again in case you've never seen it before. Very common in football warm-ups. 1, and then back to normal. Behind. You can speed it up, go as fast as you can. Again, it's just getting the coordination going. Okay, next number. 14. We've had only high ones so far. Okay, we're going to go for 14 kicks. So here we're getting the hamstrings going, stretching them dynamically. So before you do a match or a training session, you want to be doing dynamic stretching, because that's replicating the kind of contractions you're going to be doing in the game. And then afterwards, when your objective is to increase flexibility, that's when you do your static stretching and injury prevention as well. You should feel this behind the back of your knee, your hamstring. Okay, next one. very useful ball, 13. Okay, we're going to do a groin stretch like that. You should feel it inside. 2, 3, 13 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice that my feet go out at a right angle. Nice. Okay, shake it out. So we've stretched the hamstring, we've stretched the quads, we've stretched the groins. Let's do a little bit of squats for our glutes. See how many we're doing. 5. Okay, so let's do 5 squats. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and some arms. 13. Okay, so we're going to do 13 arm rotations. Sorry for the noise of the tractor in the background, our neighbours. Okay, a confusing arm one for you next. 13 again. So you're going to start with your arms in the air, and one arm is going to go forwards and one's going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, warm up ready. Hopefully you've got your heart rate going and you're breathing a bit quicker, and you're ready for action. We've done dynamic stretching of most of our major muscles, so you should be ready. Okay, so today we're looking at first touch. We're going to come and look at the session plan. These are also available on Team Brave's Instagram and Facebook if you want to copy the sessions for your kids or something. So first touch, leg control. So we're going to be looking at the different parts of your body you can use. In football, you're not allowed to use your hands or your arms, so we're going to be focusing on the parts of our feet, our thigh, chest, and the forehead. Okay, so I think I'll start from the bottom and work up. Okay, so let's have a go, and I'll teach you some sneaky inside tricks as well. Okay, when I first started doing juggling or practicing kick-ups, I remember I could only do one, but it really is just practice, 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 and you can always let the ball bounce in between. That's quite a good way of just giving yourself a bit more time. So when we're doing this, if you can either do it where you're keeping it up volleying, or you can do a bit of a half volley where you let it bounce. That just gives you a bit more time. Okay, so we're going to start with the laces. If you remember from our previous sessions of passing and dribbling using the laces, it's quite a big surface area. Now, these are some secret tips which people who do kick-ups might not have told you before. Okay, we're just going to move back away from the tractor. Okay, so when you're doing juggling with your laces, you want to keep the ball low so that it's in control. So I'm ideally going to keep it around my knee level. Then you've got to curl your toes up. I'll show you. So my foot's going to be like that. Curling my toes up, that's going to put backspin on the ball and keep the ball close to me. Okay, so if you watch one, I'll do one at a time. So see how the ball's spinning back to me? Oh, not in that case. Ready? And then just practice doing it on both feet. You should see how the ball's spinning towards me and it's under control. Okay, so now we're going to try do 2. If you want, you can put a bounce in between, or you can try and do 2. Okay, how's that going? Hopefully not too many plates smashed in the houses and ornaments shattered. So yeah, give us a thumbs up if you've managed to do 2 in a row. 1, 2, catch. Okay, hopefully we're all there. 1, 2, catch. If you're a beginner, then you can do 1, bounce, 2, catch. Helps if I can catch. Okay, so 1, 2, catch. Okay, how's that going? Nice and easy? Now, if there's a lot of footballers watching, then you need to push yourself, because just doing 2 kick-ups may be a bit too easy for you. So we're going to try and go for 6. So remember, curling the toes up, keeping the ball nice and low, and you want to alternate your feet so you're nice and balanced. You notice my legs are quite like my knees are bent, and like trying to keep my centre of gravity low, nice and relaxed. You can put your arms out a bit for balance. If you want to make it easier, then you can slightly deflate your ball or use a softer ball. That's going to make it easier. This one's quite pumped up, but you can make your life easier by using a softer one. Or a balloon if you want it to be really easy. If you want to make it harder, then you can use a smaller ball, so like try with a tennis ball. Okay, so that's the laces. Let's have a little competition. Let's see how many kick-ups with the laces you can do. You've got to use both feet. You might have tried the quarantine toilet paper challenge as well, so let us know how that's going as well. So we're going to go see how many kick-ups you can do in 20 seconds. Ready? Let's go. So nice small touches. See how the ball's spinning back towards me, and I'm trying to keep it nice and low. Okay, keep going. It's a great time at the moment with quarantine to get lots of practice in. Okay, how's that going? How many kick-ups did you get in that time? 4, 6, any higher than 6? 8? Got someone with 10? Well done. Okay, now we're going to move on to a different part of the foot, so the inside. This is a big area here, and it's quite reliable. So for example, if the ball was coming in from high, I could control it like that. So it's a good one to use for your first touch, just because it's a large area like we discussed before in passing. So we're going to go for 1 and catch, 2 and catch. You notice the point of contact, my foot is nice and high like that, so it's almost parallel to the ground. Okay, you can think of it like a yoga position. So let's try for 1 and catch, and then the other foot. Okay, and now we're going to try and put 2 together. So 1, oh nearly, 1, 2, catch, 1, 2, catch. Notice how I'm keeping my eyes focused on the ball. Okay. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work out every time. The important thing is just to keep practicing. So obviously it's unlikely that you're going to be doing loads of kick-ups in a match. I don't think I've ever done a kick-up in a match. But the idea of kick-ups is that you're getting a lot of touches on the ball, a lot of practice, and it's just about improving your confidence, which is what Brave is all about. Okay, so even though some people say, like, why do we practice kick-ups? Because in a match situation I'm never going to start doing loads of these, but it's just about developing your first touch. Okay, so competition time. We're going to see how many inside of the feet juggles you can do. Ready? So it doesn't matter if you catch it in between, you're just going to keep adding them up. So, ready? So let's go 1, 2, 3, catch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just keep accumulating. I think I'm on 13, 14. Okay, so you're kind of dancing like that. Notice how my touches are nice and small, keeping the ball around hip height. Okay, has anyone accumulated more than 20? Well done, really good. Keep trying if you're... Okay, now we're going to move on to a flashy one, just to impress your friends. Okay, so we're going for the outside of the foot. So you might have seen some professional players maybe receiving the ball and controlling it like that, maybe in street football, or you might have just seen someone juggling. So we're going to practice that. Again, we want at the point of contact you want your foot to be parallel to the ground. So just practice to start with, just raising your foot out to the side and see if you can get it parallel to the ground. You might need to hold on to a chair or something, or somebody. Okay, and then just visualise how cool you're going to look juggling with the outside of your foot. Okay, so we're going to try for one. I'm hitting it about there. Okay. And try the other foot. Okay, how's that going? It's probably a bit more tricky than the first two, but I know you can do it. You got this. Okay, so we're going to do the same competition. You're going to see how many you can accumulate in the next 20 seconds. It doesn't matter if you need to catch it or if it goes running off. We're just going to keep adding them up. Ready? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, thanks. Oh, my mouth has taken a bashing. So I think I'm on 5. Wonder how many people are also being hit in the face. Maybe it's just me. Okay, how many of you accumulated? Anyone got higher than 10? Come on, yeah? Okay, so now we're going to see if you can do a whole arc over your body. So you're going to go 1, 2, oh, nearly. Ready? As you can see, I've still got a lot of practice to do. Okay, so now we're going to try and put some of those feet ones together. So you're going to mix it up, inside, outside laces. Oh. So laces, outside, inside. Okay, how's that going? Try and string a few together. So inside, use both feet, inside, outside, try and put them together, inside, outside, laces. Can you do all 3 in a row? It's quite challenging, especially if you've never tried before. So remember, you can go at your own pace. If you're still on just trying to get one and back to your hands, that's fine. If you're a footballer and you've done this lots before, then see how many you can do. In the next sessions, we'll show you a few more advanced moves and then we'll really test you. So get these basic foundations practiced. Okay, good stuff. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next body part. Okay, so we're going to go for the thigh. Now this isn't the knee. A lot of people think it's the knee, but the knee is a really small area and it's curved, and this means that the ball can go off at any angle. So hopefully, if you're a footballer or a sports player, but nice strong quads, and we're going to be using the muscly area here to cushion the ball. This is really good in a match situation if the ball's coming high and you can just cushion it. You see how it stayed close to the ground, close to my leg? Ready? Okay, so it's a really good way of controlling it. Okay, still with me? So let's go for the thigh. So this one is going to be again contacting it parallel to the ground so that it's staying up, but you're going to almost be marching on the spot like this. So we're going to go for, let's do 1 first, catch, other leg. It's really important to be able to do it on both sides so you're nice and balanced, because in a match you won't know if the ball's going to come on this side or that side, so you've got to be able to be practicing on both sides. Okay, we're going to move on to 2. So 1, 2, catch. Hopefully your body's nice and relaxed. 1, 2, catch. You'll see that this session, apart from when I kick the ball really far away, this actually can be conducted in quite a small area. So Maiken, you can do it on your yoga mat, you can do it in your bedroom, garden, on your roof. Okay, let's see how many on our thighs we can do. So we're going to go for 20 seconds and try and beat me. Okay, ready? Let's go. I'm on 18 so far. $31. Last 5 seconds. Okay, how many did you get? If anyone beat 36, please say so now. I'll be impressed. Okay, an advanced skill we're going to learn for this is putting different weighting on that control. Okay, so you're going to, this is for advanced players. So you're going to try and do a high one and then a low one. So high, low, like that. High, low, high, low. Okay, so that's just giving you the ability to differentiate between putting power on it and cushioning it. And cushioning is what we mainly want to do when we're controlling it in a game. So high, low, high, low. Okay? See if you can, when you're cushioning it, see if you can really get it to almost stop flat on your leg. Okay? Next one up, chest. Okay? So when you're controlling on your chest, you're using your sternum, this bone here. So you need to open your chest out and you're going to be controlling it on that bone there. So ready? So the ball goes up. So I'm opening my chest out so that I can control it like that. Got to watch the ball. Okay? It's going to be a bit sore after a while, so just do a few. So in a game, if the ball's coming quite high, you might choose, instead of adjusting and moving back and using your feet or your thigh, you might choose to just take it in the air, control and shoot. Okay? So that might be quite a new thing for you to just have a practice. Okay? And now we're going to move on to the head. Okay, so the head is not painful if you go to the ball and if you're in control and you get it in the right area, which is the forehead. Okay, not this bit, not the sides. Okay, we're going for the forehead. And you need to watch the ball. Now if you're not confident about heading the ball, you could start by doing the Brave challenge that we did a few days ago called the seal, where you just try and balance it on your head. Okay, and the reason that's good is it's just getting you used to watching the ball and having it in contact with your forehead. Okay, once you've got that, then throw the ball up to yourself and see if you can pop the ball up with your head. You'll notice I'm generating some power from my legs here. If you watch what my legs are doing, so I'm bending and extending. That's going to generate some power. In a match, I play centre back in football. In a match I'm having to head the ball a lot, and then I'm using my whole body. So I'm starting flex, then I extend my legs, kinematic chain for the sports scientists out there, and then I'm using my whole body to generate some power for the header. Okay, but we'll do another session on heading, but just an introduction. So something helpful with the heading, you could just practice having your hands out in front like that and coming through as though you're kind of getting ready to dive. Okay, so let's try and see if we can do 2 headers in a row. So you need to get under the ball, looking up. 1, 2, catch. Nice and easy. Everyone got that one? Okay, let's try for 3. 1, no. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to see, I don't want anyone to get a headache, but we're going to see how many headers you can accumulate in, let's go for 10 seconds this time. Ready? Get ready, steady, go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, how many did you get? Anyone higher than 10? Raise your hand. When I do this with kids, there's often a lot of exaggeration going on. I always get kids to like, yeah, I've done 100. So I hope there's none of that going on back home. Okay, so we've got the laces, the inside, the outside, the thigh, the chest and the head. So now I want you to go freestyle. Imagine you're one of these freestyle football players and you're going to see if you can put them all together. Okay? So let's go. So wherever the ball comes is where you're going to control it, because now hopefully you're feeling so confident with all the different parts. So start low. Okay, so you're practicing with all of them. Okay, how's that going? Let's try some flashy ones. Some outside. Okay, well done. I know this is quite advanced, and if you're a beginner then just take it at your own pace. Okay, so if you're still just working on one and catch, then just go for that. Great. Okay, so the games I've got for first touch. There's obviously a lot of games you can do if you're not on your own. I put here the kick-ups, so you could do it as an individual, in a partner, or in groups. So a good one you can do in groups is see if you can count how many you can do all together. Maybe do it in teams, see who can keep it up the longest. You could even spell out the alphabet as you're doing it, so every touch is a letter. I've done that with football teams before when we're waiting for injury time, just to keep warm, like A, B, C, D. So try that one. If you're a bit more advanced and you want to add some more rules, you could say that it's got to be 2 touch. So this is forcing someone to control it and then play it. So it's a bit more technical. You could also encourage people to use different body parts, or say that you've got to copy your opponent or your teammate. So if they use the laces, you've got to use the laces. If they use the outside, you have to. Okay, so there's lots of ways you can condition the game. Okay, we're now going to move on to football tennis. It's one of my favourite games, and it's great if you've got someone to play with. If you haven't, you could set this up against a wall, so you're kind of volleying over something and then hitting a wall. But hopefully you've got someone to play with. If you haven't, then just carry on practicing the kick-ups. Doesn't matter. But we're going to have a go, and well done to Goose here for filming and playing. We actually play every evening, and so far Goose is winning, so this is my chance to get my revenge. Oh, nice shot, Goose. Oh, do you need something? Nice header. I wish everyone can see what you're doing. Oh! Great point. Okay, so just like in tennis, that's 15 love to Goose. Okay. When we're playing this game, there's lots of things to think about. So we're thinking about adjusting our body position, decision making about which part of the body to use. Do you want to head it in the air, or do you want to adjust your body to use your feet? Spatial awareness means being aware of what's in your area and also your opposition's area, because if you see that they've come close to the net, maybe you're going to lob them, or if they're far to the right, maybe you're going to play it to the left and do a sneaky drop shot. So think about those things when we're playing. 15 love to Goose. England against Chile. Come on, England! If you're really advanced, you could think about playing it to their weaker side, or playing it to straight to the phone if they're filming. Oh, 15 all. It's 15 all in the England v Chile World Cup final. Tried to be flashy. 30-15 to Chile. So you can choose what rules you want to play, either mix up the server, or each person serves for a game, or winner serves. You can also condition the game, saying like if you've got to take 2 touches. 40-30. England have the advantage. Is this going to be match point? Maybe they should do this at Wimbledon. We're down to Juice. Okay, so if you don't know, juice is 40-40. You've got to win by 2 points. Hopefully you saw a bit of heading technique there. Direction with the arm. Advantage, Miss Todd. Oh, it's a double bounce! Referee said play on. I've actually done this in pre-season with oh, it's a victory! I've done this in pre-season. It's really good for your first touch and also fun. Okay, so you've got football, tennis. Hopefully you're practicing that at home. So you've got someone to play with. I'm sorry if it's destroyed anything in your house so far. Now we're going to do the core strength challenge. So each session I'm adding one to our routine. Hopefully have a go at remembering all the ones we've been doing. I'm sure you remember because you've been practicing so much every day. Okay, so first one was the super heroine or hero. So lifting opposite leg, trying to keep the core nice and strong. So you shouldn't have any movement in your core really. And hold it as long as you can. And then remember you can try the additional challenge of writing your name. Okay, so that was the challenge 1. Challenge 2 was the crazy crab, one of our brave challenges. So trying to walk sideways with the ball balance on your belly or your hips. Okay, and this is not only good for your core, like your abdominals, your glutes, but also developing your triceps. Okay, next one. So the third one was the frog. So this one is quite a tough one, but you put your elbows into your knees, go up on your tiptoes, and then see if you can balance. Okay, so did you see my toes are off the ground there? It's all about balance. Okay, so have a go. So you've got those 3, and then today we're going to be doing the bridge challenge, which was actually sent to me this morning by Dee, who's one of Team Brave's core members. So thanks so much, Dee, for the inspiration. Dee's doing Friday gymnastics challenges. They're really funny. She has a go in her garden of various gym moves. So well done for that, Dee, and thanks for the inspiration. So the bridge, you're going to, a bit like the crazy crab, you're going to put your hands behind your head, like that, feet out wide, and then up without putting your hand in a spike, and then you're going to push up. Okay, so this is good. I can feel it in my quads. I'm sure it's good for your arms as well and your core. Let's go again. If you're really advanced, you could always try and lift a limb. You can always count how long you can do it. We'll have a bit of a competition. Be careful when you lower down, don't land on your head. Okay, so then you can put them all together in a routine for your core. You've got the super heroine, we've got the crazy crab, then the frog that we did yesterday. Be careful with your face. And then today's the bridge. I'll do it one more time. So ready, go down, hands back and push up. So you're getting the force from your quads. Okay, brilliant work everybody. Okay, this part of the session we move on to our global goal focus, which today is global goal 2. Does anyone know what that is without looking? Global goal 2 is, I can find it, maybe you see it before me. Here we go. Zero hunger. Okay, so it's definitely something to think about when you're eating your Easter eggs this weekend. So as always, I've done a bit of research for you on the United Nations Development Programme website. Also, you can check out the world's largest lesson. That's got information about it too. So it's really sad facts actually. So over 90 million kids at the moment aged 5 years old and under are dangerously underweight. I just think it's so divided. We've got obesity problems in lots of countries, and then on the other side, like really underweight kids and lots of malnutrition. 63% of the world's population that are hungry are in Asia. I was surprised by that. I didn't expect there to be such an occurrence in Asia. And by 2050, if we carry on at this rate of consumption and not producing enough, then 2 billion people are expected to be facing hunger. So clearly it's a big issue that we all need to work on solutions for, like sustainable consumption, sustainable production. How are we going to have agriculture that's going to support the growing population? So yeah, lots to think about. And if you've got time this Easter weekend, when you have a think with your kids about what everyone could do, maybe that's not buying so much surplus food, or making sure that you use all your leftovers. Maybe it's like creating new recipes with the things that are left over in the fridge, just to not waste loads of food. So yeah, I'll just do a little focus on a team from the Global Goals World Cup that focused on this goal. So Team Wonder Woman are from Jordan. Hi, if there's anyone from Jordan watching. They were supposed to be playing in the Global Goals World Cup on April 3rd, which sadly has been cancelled due to coronavirus, or postponed. And Team Wonder Woman, they chose this goal, Zero Hunger, to focus on. As with all the teams in the Global Goals World Cup, everyone has an activist goal as well as the football. And they took these actions surrounding Zero Hunger. So they collected donations from colleagues, and they helped small businesses to set up in the local area and then help them to thrive with the donations. And they also teamed up with local NGOs and charities who are working towards the goal of Zero Hunger. So there's loads of stuff you can do. I know lots of countries have got food banks, and especially now, for example in the UK, I know there's a big push for kids that are on free school meals to still keep receiving it even though school's not on. So yeah, have a look at what you can do. Maybe donate some food, or make financial donations if you can. There's loads we can all do. So that brings our session to a close. So just to recap what we've done today, we did a warm-up using the numbers on my ball. If you don't have a ball with numbers on and you want to do that again, you could just write down the numbers, or you could use a pack of playing cards. Then we looked at the different areas of the body that you can use to control the ball. So inside of the foot, outside of the foot, laces, your thigh, chest and forehead. So practice all of those. If you've got someone to play with, it will be really good if you can get them to throw the ball at you, maybe without telling you where it's going to go, and then you have to adjust and practice volleying it back or controlling it, bring it to the ground. So there's a few other drills you could do. Kick-ups. Over this weekend I'm setting you all a challenge now to see who can do the most kick-ups in 1 minute. So you can just comment on this video how many you are able to do. So time yourself for 1 minute, see how many you can do. And then football tennis. Hopefully you can have some fun matches with that in your garden, patio, bedroom. Have a go at playing some football tennis. It uses tennis scoring but with a football. So yeah, I hope that's fun, and it's going to be really good for developing your first touch. Then we looked at we did the core challenge, which was the bridge inspired by Dee in Bristol. Thank you, Dee. I don't know if you're tuning in, but yeah, thanks very much for the inspiration, and keep going with your efforts. And then we looked at Global Goal 2, Zero Hunger. So yeah, hope you have a really nice Friday, and happy Easter from me and Goose in Chile to you. Hope you have a really nice weekend despite of everything, and yeah, look forward to seeing you. I'm going to be doing another session on Sunday, and then on Monday I'm going to be doing it in Spanish for all of our South American followers. So nos vemos el lunes si quieres hacer el entrenamiento en español. Yeah, look forward to seeing you, and thanks again for tuning in. I'm actually going to be sticking around now for however long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, in case anyone has any questions. You can just type them in and then I will try to answer them. So yeah, I'm here to hang out, just like after a training session. We want to give people the opportunity for some more informal chat. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the session and have a lovely day, guys. Oh yeah, we're on selfie mode now, so maybe I'll just go up to the tree house. just walk up to the treehouse. Let's bring. So, any questions so far? Oh, thank you, Sandy. Gracias por compartir tus conocimientos. No problema. Gracias por verlos. Y espero que han disfrutado. El lunes voy a hacer un entrenamiento en español. So yeah, if you haven't already seen it, here's Brave Park. Nice and sunny today. So yeah, I'm going to go up to the treehouse and I'll be there to listen to any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, if no one's got any questions, then I'll just chill out for a bit. Thanks for tuning in. Ah, Dee was there. Thank you, Dee. I hope you liked my bridge attempt. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Mary. Nice of you to tune in from Greece. So we had England, Greece, Colombia, Denmark, States. Any other countries? Sorry, you just have my finger on the screen for ages. Yeah, we're in the treehouse. Here's we can have a little tour. So yeah, we can't wait for kids to come back and play. So we built a second zip line, and Goose built a bike ramp yesterday. The kids haven't yet seen the roundhouse, so they can cook their marshmallows when it's rainy. Nice to see you guys. Hi Marie, shout out to the States. If you haven't seen it, there's a blog that's been written about what me and Goose are doing here in Brave Park. Okay, first question coming in. What's your football background? I started playing football when I was 7 with the boys at school, and yeah, I really loved it and carried on playing, and then wanted to make it a bit more, wanted to kind of try elite football. So I got into elite football when I was about 14, and then got into Reading's Academy when I was 15. And then, yeah, I love football. I went to school to play football at breakfast, before school, break and lunch. And then there was no one to coach me and my friends in the girls team. So then I decided to coach my friends, which is actually quite a challenge. Coach your friends if you've ever done it. It's quite tricky. And then I really loved it, and I enjoyed helping people with it. And so then I took on the younger girls team and kind of made a few different youth age group teams. And then, yeah, decided coaching was what I wanted to do, because I like being able to help people and give people some fun. And so then I went into, did my coaching badges and qualifications, did a lot of volunteering, did a lot of disability coaching, and then decided I wanted to do that as a profession. I took sports science at uni to give me the background in developing players and fitness and understanding more about it. And then I did volunteering in Africa during the summers of uni with some really cool charities, Tackle Africa and Kickstart Ghana. Shout out to Daniel in Ghana if he's watching. And then I worked with the Colombian Olympic team in the 2012 Olympics, so I was their team liaison officer. And then after that I went to Colombia and did some coaching of the kids and some women with some charities in Colombia. And then I moved back to New Zealand, where I'd worked, done some work experience before. I was head of football in the Eastern Bay of Plenty, and then I went and worked in a Maori primary school, Putawaki. Hi to anyone from Putawaki watching. I know some of the kids have been doing our Brave challenges, and that was a really cool experience. Then me and Goose moved to Chile. I got to know the Global Goals team then when I was working in New Zealand, and then kind of stayed in touch with them ever since, and I've done some stuff with their Global Goals Impact Games. And then, yeah, since then I've been working in the outdoor sports more, and always wanted to have my own adventure playground, and here we are. So yeah, that's a quick roundup of my experience in football. Any other questions? It's very strange here, just chatting to myself in the treehouse. Thanks everyone who tuned in, by the way. I really appreciate you giving up your time, and it's really cool to see your motivation to train. I know it's really hard in lockdown. I even find it hard, and I'm pretty hyperactive, but when you're on your own, and Goose is not that keen on cycling or running or anything, so it's a lot of solo laps of Brave Park for me. So yeah, well done. You should be proud that you gave a go today. Hopefully you've got some nice lunch after this session, or dinner depending on the time difference. You can also tune in to every day on our Instagram. We do some Brave challenges to keep kids happy. So if you've got kids at home, then like challenge them to have a go. The aim is to try and keep kids active and happy over this period of time when it's pretty tough for them to be at home. Okay, if there's no further questions, then I'll probably hang up. So last chance, any other questions? Anything you want to know? No? I will ask in Spanish as well in case the Colombians want to ask. ¿Ustedes tienen algunas preguntas? Si quieren mandarme, no problema, voy a intentar a contestar. Y si no, no problema. Okay, cool. Thanks guys for tuning in, and yeah, catch you next time. Bye.